Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Green Zero here, back with another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. I'm back here once again for you for another cast, and we are on the map Slippery Slope. We don't see it too often. It crops up every now and then. It's a pretty small death pit, but we're going to have a look and see who's playing in this series. We have Space playing as Nod on the right hand. No, sorry, Black Hand. Oh my god, he's Black Hand. This is a random mirror, so I didn't actually check the faction. So he's going to be Nod on the right hand side, and it's going to be BikeRushOwnz playing as Vanilla Scrin. He is... wait. No, oh my god, I missed the portal. I was supposed to click that. He's going to be Vanilla Scrin, I believe. He could be Reaper. Yes, no, he's Reaper 17. Well done, good job. This is what happens when I don't look into the replay beforehand, which I don't like to do because it can give things away. But BikeRush has got two different split forces of disintegrators going around the sides. Now, there are two spikes located here and here for both players. You can see the radar. It's pretty tight. It is pretty tight. You obviously have your starting field here, which is BikeRush's got, and then you can expand to this close field. But I mean, sometimes you can do something funny and go across to this field here. There are only 4 fields in total. No blue field. EMP spike located in the middle of the map. Going to keep an eye on what's happening with this game, but meanwhile, not too much has been happening in the community lately. Obviously, Master Leaf released his new 4K mod. I believe I didn't have it on in the last video. I just had the latest version that he'd given me prior, but it's definitely on now. So it looks like Space is going to be able to take out the Buzzer Swarm. He's not going to be able to take out the Disintegrator squads. He does cause some damage there, able to overrun them. Going to have to redeploy. He's actually going for a Flame Rush here, so he's got to redeploy because obviously those Disintegrators are going to cause some problems. And he does have a full squad here. That's going to cause problems, so he's going to be able to destroy quite a number of those units. Flame Tank comes out. BikeRush will spot the Flame Tank. Does overrun the Cabal squad because he had simply too many there, but there's a Flame Tank there, and that Flame Tank will end the rest of those Disintegrators. They are history. Meanwhile, these Disintegrators managed to circumvent the Flame Tank. Flame Tank just bypassed them. Got to watch out, doesn't have Stealth Harvesters. There is a Flame unit there, though. Black Hand will scare those guys back. Does pull back the second Flame Tank. Looks like he's going to repair that. Now, BikeRush will have time to produce Seeker Tanks here. The Seekers, sorry, not the Seekers, the Disintegrators, not able to do anything in this situation. Space just recalling that one back for some repairs. Now, this Flame Tank, BikeRush is fully aware that it's on the right flank. There's not exactly a lot of places it can go because the edge of the map is like right there. But he's going to go forward here. There is only one Seeker Tank. I would have thought that BikeRush put a second one. No, he's going for a Devourer Tank. He's going to lose his Spike before he can destroy that. So, I mean, that's obviously going to be good for Space in the long run. He's going to be able to take that out. He's going to go forward, and it's going to be the end of that one there. That Flame Tank has been dispatched. Look at that fire and debris. Meanwhile, we'll clean up the remainder of the Disintegrator squads here. BikeRush not paying attention. That Black Hand unit will destroy them. Maybe going to head around and take out BikeRush's other spike. There's a second Dev Tank here. Now, Dev Tanks and Flame Tanks, obviously, the Dev Tanks are really good because they have super range. They have the powered up beam. Did he just build one? I think he's got one. No, he's actually sent the other one across the map. Now, he knows there is a second Flame Tank, but it is at home. He sold his War Factory to go for infantry upgrades. This is something you can do. He's got his 5 Harvesters already done. And the Seeker's going to come in to spot it. The Seeker's going to see a lot of Cabals. This is going to be a bit unusual. He doesn't spot the Shrine, so he doesn't know that there is a Shrine. Yeah, no, he can't see that. I mean, infantry at this stage of the game is perfectly normal from Black Hand in this situation, just for some defense. A lot of Cabals, actually a couple of Cabals is probably a bit concerning for BikeRush. Maybe he thinks he's got more Disintegrators, or maybe Space thinks, yeah, BikeRush has more Disintegrators. That Flame Tank is making its way on the left-hand side of the map. Now, BikeRush can almost certainly see the Militant or the Black Disciple upgrade that's been done. Sells off the Shrine straight away, not going to go for Blue Flame. There is a Shard Walker there, and that will be able to dispatch the Black Hand squad. See you later. We have a Dev Tank over here, and he's going to have to pull that Harvester back. There's no way to repair the Harvesters, by the way, because he doesn't have a War Factory. And I think BikeRush is just going to go all in to try to get that Harvester. He's not going to get it, doesn't get it into heavy damage mode, so even though it is damaged, it's not going to be any slower at mine. That Flame Tank will make it through, but oh, look at that. BikeRush has a Dev Tank right there, and that should be all the DPS he needs. He's going to put a lot of damage down on that refinery. Takes it down to about 25% or maybe 30% or 40%. Hard to say. But Space does have an expansion, so he's got that going for him, and he does have quite a bit of infantry here. These Dev Tanks are not going to be terribly effective. That Seeker Tank will spot this infantry ball on the right flank here. BikeRush will have to respond. He's going to have to build some more Shard Walkers. Look at that. Did he go double Storms? I completely missed this, and I'm the worst. If you've been watching my stream, you know I'm the worst at scouting Storm Riders. I can have the entire enemy base in sight and they still managed to produce Storm Riders without me seeing. Like, it's just unreal. And there is only going to be one squad. Oh my god, there's actually not that much here. He's going to have to pull his harvesters closer to his rocket squads. Gets the damaged harvester straight away. He's going to go and get that second harvester. And here comes the Buzzer Swarm now, and I don't think Space... Oh man, he's in a lot of trouble. He has to sell off. The Storm Riders are going to get a fourth harvester momentarily. Yeah, they are going to get 4 harvesters. A turret comes down way too late. Only 1 harvester survives. And even a couple of Storm Riders here. 3 Storm Riders will evac out of there. But I mean, look at this. Here comes the infantry here. They may actually get some shots off there. Oh, he's on an attack move. Not quite sure. Should be able to get that one. Oh, we'll take another one down. The infantry are all coalescing. You can see on the radar, they're all moving towards one spot. He's going to try to ball them up. Now, Space has a tech center. Okay, so he's got a tech center. He's only got 2 harvesters left. He doesn't actually have a war factory to his name. Now, Bike Rush hasn't even expanded. So he's not looking that crash hot himself. Is he going for... he's not going for attenuated force field, so he's got unforce fielded units here. I don't think he can overrun this infantry. There's way too much infantry here. He's got 5 shards, 9 shards in total, and they're starting to come up with the infantry. The infantry are not grouped together, though. Space needs to group these together. He's getting shot in the back, and this is just free damage here. And he turns those infantry squads around. They're not going to do anything. They're just going to be destroyed. I think he's trying to get maybe an obelisk down. He gets a war factory down. He's got some type of base defense ready to go. We can see the Storm Riders up the top, and it is going to be an obelisk. He's going to move forward to try to crush these. Not quite sure. A lot of Buzzer Swarms coming in here. And this is... Bike Rush does this as well. He builds tons of Buzzer Swarms. The Storm Riders aren't going to do too much, but the Buzzer Swarms actually move through the base head here. And all the infantry get destroyed, but unfortunately, with that obelisk there, I mean, there's only 1 dev tank. Oh, Bike Rush moved forward, and he realizes he can't go there now. He doesn't have any economy to back up a push. He's got 1 dev tank. You know, he can't go in there. And look at that, elite Buster Swarms. But he killed all the infantry. Now, Space has 2. He's got 3 harvesters. Bike Rush is about to run dry, so Bike Rush is about to exhaust his main field. We can see that Space has heaps on his main because, of course, he lost most of his harvesters there. So Bike Rush has more harvesters, more potential, but Space has tech. And we can see he sells off the obelisk, probably trying to get more harvesters out. He's got 3 harvesters out here. Raider Buggy's going to come out. Bike Rush is going to change flanks over here because he can easily just destroy this base here. I mean, an obelisk position here would be perfect for Space because if that was there, then he can't really overrun it. You'd have to deal with these disintegrator squads. I'm not sure if Space is really snuffed out that there is an attack force here. He kind of needs to pull that harvester. That harvester is not being pulled. Battle marker down here. It's just a Raider Buggy. Second ref comes down. But no, not going to pull that harvest. That's unfortunate. Pulls it at the very last second, which was pretty much waste time. Does put an obelisk down there, which is nice, but I mean, the harvester got taken out. Harvester could have been pulled back, and Bike Rush, you know, this whole base is now currently shut down because there's no harvesters here. There's no harvest. He's not able to utilize that. And the Storm Riders come back, and he's actually rebuilt some of his Storm Riders. He's going to get yet another harvester kill. He's going to try to go for that one there. Second turret comes down. Not sure he's going to get that. The repairs on the War Factory helping, but even more Storm Riders coming in. Oh my god, he gets the second harvester. He gets the second harvester. He's going to try to evac out there now. Can he get 1 more kill? Space really needs to get, yeah, it gets 2 more on the way out. That's very nice indeed. But, I mean, Bike Rush still looking pretty good there. And here comes the Shard Disintegrator attack. Does he have any base defenses queued? He has none at all. Space is going to have to sell his operations center. Otherwise, he's going to lose that. Sells off his main there. I think he can't say that. And instantly gets deleted by all the Buzzer Swarms that Bike Rush has actually deployed. He's just building Buzzer Swarms there. And look at that. He's attacking the power grid now. Had Space momentarily, I think he's just going to lose his power grid. He's not even building a shredder turret. He built a obelisk, and that will take out these units here. He's actually got a few scattered forces to clean up the disintegrators because, I mean, at the end of the day, the buzzers aren't going to be too much of an issue. But he does manage to hold that out. But he had to sell everything up here. This power plant is now just going to be void. He just sells. He's like, well, I'm going to lose that. He is actually low on power. Gets the power grid back up. That turret will rebuild just in time for the Storm Riders to not quite coming. This is a crazy game. These guys are doing this on just fumes right now. They are playing this game on fumes because there's really no economy to speak of. Bike Rush did... Where is his drone platform? He's got simulators. Did he sell his drone ship? The only thing I can think, he's long-range mining, and I think he may have sold his drone platform. I honestly couldn't see Space taking that out. He must have sold it. Does he have the EMP spike? No, he does not hold that. I mean, look at that. I mean, Space holds 2 spike, Bike Rush holds 1, and the longer the game goes on, that's going to definitely be a nice boost there. Get some shots off there. These 2 SAM turrets prove... Oh, there's actually 3 SAM turrets there. They're not quite covering the harvesters as much as I'd like, and this one here shouldn't need to be moved up there. Battle marker over there. He does see the long-range mining. This is important for space because he sees there's no refineries here. There's no base here. And he's like, hang on a second. BikeRush is just, you know, he's basically all in off one field. He's not recovering. He's not rebuilding a drone ship. We know he can build a drone ship because he's got 3 gravities. He's just building building more and more Storm Riders, but I don't think that's going to work for much longer. I honestly can't see that working for much longer because Space is actually producing Mantis. He's like, I just produced Mantis. Is he going for Tib Core? He doesn't have Tib Core. He's not got it on the cards, which is a bit curious here. I mean, building Tib Core just for Storm Riders. I mean, yeah, you can definitely do it. I guess Space doesn't feel that it's enough of a threat, and people do this with Storm Riders. Once you shoot a few of them down, you're like, I don't need to worry about them anymore. But BikeRush continues to rebuild his losses over and over and over again. And Space is sitting here going, hey, you're still just producing these. You're still building them. Yeah, he's still building them. That Mantis gets a shot off. Doesn't quite get that one there. He definitely doesn't want to see Mantis. So Mantis can basically one-shot a Storm Rider. So actually managed to produce a Redeemer. So BikeRush is in trouble. He does have a drone platform. Am I blind? Where did he get this from? Did he rebuild that? Did I just lose that for a while? Because I was looking everywhere for it. But yeah, BikeRush has... He's got a ref down as well. He must have had that. I don't think he did sell it. He must have maybe rebuild it. I don't know. Whatever. BikeRush is back in the game on his build. And Space gets a Rage Gen off. He's going to be able to destroy that Buzzer Hive, which BikeRush was just keeping around for some reason. Not necessary to lose a Mantis. That's hard where you don't really want to lose. He's going to try to get that out of there, yeah. I mean, they're $1,200 a pop. You don't want to lose them. Turret will come down. That's nice. 2 turrets, actually. There's a second turret there. That Mantis is coming back to base. Second Mantis there as well. Again, these disintegrators with the flame unit on the Redeemer. There's not much they can do about that. It's actually 3 Mantis. It's actually pulling back the one that's actually not damaged. So I think that was a mistake there. He's pulled back the wrong one. But nonetheless, going for more units here. It's still not going for Tib Core. He's going for a Purifier. I guess he wants anti-tank just to deal with this. I mean, really, with just a base push like this, he should be fine. BikeRush now has 2 ref. He's got a tier 2 down, probably going for a tier 3 at this point. And a stasis. That's a big stasis, by the way. That is a huge stasis. Where are the Mantis? Are the Mantis in there? The Mantis are over here. And I don't think BikeRush, yeah, with the Mantis there, that's going to be a bit iffy. He doesn't want to lose the Mantis. He's going to pull them back. If he loses one there, oh my god, that's disappointing. That's just unnecessary to... And he's not even pulling them back far enough. And he will snipe down the MCV. This is just a disaster for Space. I mean, he had all the time in the world to respond to that. And again, Mantis going down, Redeemer taking damage. He will kill a lot of the Disintegrator squads because he's got a flame unit on there. And there's a Purifier here as well, which means all these units here are dead. But there's actually nothing to do with the Storm Riders because instead of pulling his Mantis back, he pulled them over here and just left them. And now he has to build more Mantis. BikeRush is going to try to focus down the Mantis. He will get it. Loses 2 Storms in the process. It's not very cost effective to engage the Mantis with the Storm Riders because the Mantis obviously are cheaper and they can do a ton more damage. But the Redeemer will get out. So Space, if he lost the Redeemer, that would have just been horrific for Space. But I mean, it was pretty bad nonetheless. It was very bad nonetheless that happened in that situation. But 2 Purifiers, more Mantis being produced, still no Tiberium Core missiles. I guess he figures since the Mantis one-shot the Storms anyway, he doesn't need Tib Core. Tech Center is down. And this is the thing, BikeRush, he's got all this full economy going out. He's just cranking it in with the Eco now. He's cranking it in, and Space didn't re-expand. He's going to try to long-range leech from here. Mantis will get some shots off. He's going to try to focus down the Mantis. Actually gets it. The Mantis split its fire between 2 Storm Riders, but it still killed one. And this is the thing, he needs to get back up there. Is he not building an MCV? Because if he's not building an MCV, if he's just building units, he needs to attack. Because, I mean, look at this, BikeRush is double Warp Sphere now. He's double Warp Sphere, he's just powering up. And there, here we go, we got the MCV coming out. But this has bought BikeRush an immense amount of time. By the way, BikeRush holds both of Space's spikes, and he's probably held them for a little while now, so... He's got 3 spike economy behind this, and he's got these 2 refs here with like 5 harvesters. He is cheering on the economy front now, even getting quite a bit of Tiberium from that the little bits and pieces left over there. Space not reharvesting the little bits. It's not a big deal, but you know, when you're desperate for money. So BikeRush is going to get back into this game. Yeah, this game is he's gonna get back into the game now. Obviously, he used his stasis in the last fight, which means that is a long way away. So he doesn't have that really good support power. He does have phase online though, and he actually just captured the EMP control center as well. So one of the best abilities in the game, in my opinion, is the EMP control center. And Space has realized that if he wants to remain in this game, he needs to retake this base, and he needs to do it quickly. He's going to retake, and look at that, he's stalled on cash. He's completely stalled out on money here. He's just having trouble. He's building and upgrading and doing like 6 things at once. He can't support all that. He needs to prioritize and get the economy down a bit quicker. BikeRush, of course, on the other side of that, is just making all the right decisions. This infantry ball will be overrun here, and I don't think BikeRush even lost a Storm Rider there. So just showing how effective Storm Riders are with the proper control. Storm Riders are basically flying tanks, and they're really good for screen. They give a lot of map control, especially when you're playing against a nod faction that doesn't have things like Firehawks. Firehawks are always a pain for Storm Riders because they can really shut it down. Now, Space has found the M control center now. It definitely hasn't anywhere near its cooldown, so unfortunately for BikeRush, that's going to be destroyed before you can utilize it. That could have come in handy when it came to the big fight, because I mean, Space at the end of the day still has his Redeemer. He's got 2 Purifiers here. These Purifiers, they can increase the combat effectiveness of nearby units, so they do have an Aurora on them, which a lot of people seem to forget about, and it just buffs up, especially the infantry squads, I believe. More Mantis here, AA turrets. Is Tib Core done yet? No, an upgrade was done, but I'm not sure what it was. No, whatever the upgrade was cancelled because nothing has been upgraded, and a Harvester is sniped there. These SAM turrets are not in a... the coverage is not good at all. He needs one up here. This field is dry. Looks like those Storm Riders may have been fired at. We can see some debris there, so I think a Storm Rider may have been shot down. BikeRush down to 1 gravity stabilizer. Decides he doesn't need that anymore, and look at that, he even catches this flame tank down here. It's a nice move by Space to do this, but I think it was just a bit unlucky that BikeRush was able to spot that with the Storm Riders. He is going to attack. He's going to decoy army. Where is Bike's army though? Bike definitely has... He's got 2 tripods, he's got shields, no conversion reserve. He's going for a hexapod, which he just finishes right now, which is perfect timing. I'm not sure where the drone platform went. Again, if he's resold his drone platform and I just haven't noticed, I'm going to be disappointed. No, it's over there, thankfully. It's actually a tripod up there. Maybe he thought there was a flame tank coming from up there. We'll realize that these are fakes. He puts triple disintegrator inside the hexapod. That's going to make it very powerful at close range versus infantry units. Buzzer Swarm comes down just to deny the one individual engineer there. I'm not sure if that's going to be fully worth it, because a lot of infantry is going to hit BikeRush soon, and that Buzzer Swarm would have been handy to have then, but that's the decision he's made. Maybe he's confident he can hold without it. Not going for attenuated force fields, not going for the blue shard. Battle markers over here, just those buzzers. Leftover buzzers moving through. Harvester moving over here. There's actually nothing much. Oh my god, there's an army moving over here, and there's really no defense whatsoever. EMP coils is done. Space is moving on the top side, but BikeRush has got an army on the bottom side. I mean, it's nothing too flash except for these 2 tripods, which are going to do all the damage. We're going to have a double-pronged attack here. Does shoot down another Storm Rider, can range the base, has EMP buggies. Space is just going to go in. Meanwhile, his base is being ravaged. He's not even selling it off. I mean, if you're going to lose these buildings, a big phase comes down, big EMP, and look at that, he's going to be able to crush these infantry. He just kills all of those rocket squads. Meanwhile, this base is falling. There's no fire sale coming from down here, which means Space is giving away probably tens of thousands of dollars worth of buildings for nothing right now. And look at that, he runs his Redeemer in. He gets a rage off though, and it's just as well because he would have been EMP'd if not. He does get an EMP down, so now Space needs to try to rescue the Redeemer. He needs to kill that Reaper tripod. It's pretty low. Again, this base, Space could just sell it all off and get several, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 worth of cash. And look at that, he does manage to range the tripod with the purifiers there. And the Cabal squad killing the engineers out of the portal. That's terrible. Now the Redeemer is back up and running. He needs to get another EMP down. He gets a crush off on one of those purifiers. This is critical, by the way. Every unit here is super critical. All the husks are done. Another EMP blast comes down. He's going to lose his hexapod for sure, but this base is going to be overrun, but it's okay because Space... Oh no, the hexapod repowers. Oh, he got a double crush. Oh my god, Space. Oh man, he should still be able to take this out, but I'm definitely going to be disappointed. The Redeemer's going to take so much damage. Oh my god, if he gets an EMP off, he doesn't get the EMP off in time. He will get the EMP off though. BikeRush, yeah, finally gets the MP off. He's going to trade epic units. And then, again, Space still refusing to sell any base build. He's just got buildings still over there. And, I mean, he could have had so much more money. I think BikeRush is just going to win here. Space has 4 grand. BikeRush has got 1,500. And look at that. As I switch through the views there, Space taps out of the game. But, I mean, that's the thing there. Space had the opportunity to win that series. And I think, yeah, just not able to handle that there. He did so well at the start. And, I mean, BikeRush just persisted in that game. Look at the resources. I mean, BikeRush eventually got more resources. I think the kill-death ratio, it's going to be in favor of BikeRush, but I mean, it's because Space went for a lot of infantry. But yeah, I mean, BikeRush just made a lot of good decisions. And in the final fight, Space made, I mean, aside from keeping the Hexbot EMP'd, which was great, there was still, you know, some pretty big things which, you know, you're kind of looking at like, well, you know, that was very clumsy, and, you know, it wasn't that crash hot. I mean, again, that base at the bottom, if you're going to lose all those buildings, and it's in a base race situation, you know, sell them all off, spam out portals and stuff like, or Hand of Nods. But unfortunately, Space, these are the decisions that he's made. And BikeRush, again, just persisted. He just persisted in that game. And a good job to both players, including Space and, of course, BikeRush. It was a good game to watch. It was a very good game to watch, actually. So definitely enjoyed that. But anyway, I hope everyone stays tuned to my channel. And I'll see you all in the next video.